Bismillah. So today's in continuation our fourth lecture on how to treat the poisons of different types. Last time we have learned about serpent poison and how the serpent poison is treated. So today we learn how to further. There's lead poisoning, there's mercury poisoning, there's arsenic poison. We learn today about lead poisonings, mercury poisonings, and arsenic poisoning. So you know what lead poisoning? So lead poisoning is a medical condition that occurs when people are exposed to lead compounds through inhalation, swallowing, and rarely through the skin. The three types ways they can have lead poisoning: inhalation, swallowing, and sometimes through skin. Lead is 10 times more poisonous when get inhaled. When it is inhaled, it is 10 times more poisonous. The source of exposure of lead is paints, mostly home-built paints. Before 78 have paint with lead in it. Second, soil. In soil around a home, there are maybe possibility of lead. Dust, in household dust. Water, in drinking water in home might have plumbing that contains lead. So four sources for them: soil, dust, water, and paints. They may have lead composition. A common poisonous preparation of lead is lead tetroxide, lead sulfide. You may have, some have Sindoor is written over there. It is a lead tetroxide. Surma we used to put in our eyes for beautification. Lead sulfide. Then there's a lead nitrate. On old painted toys of furniture, in food and liquid stored in lead crystal or lead glaze, pottery or porcelain. So they also have composition of lead. In an industries that releases lead into the air, such as battery manufacturers. So lead batteries, they also contain lead in batteries. Then mechanism action of lead is this. What it do? It inhibits enzyme sulfhydryl group, ATPase, amino levulinic acid, dehydrates, and furochelates. Further, they do lead mimic biologically helpful minerals such as calcium, iron, and zinc. Most lead settles in the bone, interfering with the production of red blood cells, leading to anemia. It also interferes with the absorption of calcium, which is required for strong bones, muscles, healthy muscles, contraction, and blood vessel function. Lead may fixes into brain in chronic conditions. Sign and symptoms of acute lead poisoning. First one is there is acute poison very rare. There are constipation, stool are black and foul smelling, a sweet metallic astringent taste, burning of throat and vomiting, may be white or bloody, cloaky pain, colicky pain, relief by pressure, oliguria, albuminuria, presence of lead and copper, porphyrin 3 in the urine sample, drowsiness, insomnia, headache, muscle cramps, and subacute poisonings, blue line or on gum, face becomes pale and look anxious, decreased body secretions. Fatal dose of lead is uncertain, 0.5 to 20 gram. Fatal period is uncertain. It may be 2-3 days to few months. Now, how to treat the lead poisoning? First, use of emetics and gastric lavage. For pain and abdomen, morphine atropine can be given. Calcium gluconate and calcium chloride can be administered. Vitamin C and vitamin D can be given for lead poisoning. Antidote: emulsant as physical antidotes, sodium sulfate and magnesium sulfate as chemical antidotes. Pharmacological antidotes: calcium disodium acetate 1 gram per day as solo, IV drip as 3% solution in saline. So when the chronic lead poisoning, how to treat? Also known as plumbinism or saturnism. It occurs due to occupational exposure to those working in industries use lead. Now the clinical manifestation as chronic lead poisoning is that hypochromic anemia, defective hemoglobin formation, increased fragility and reduced lifespan of RBC, arthralgia involving larger joints, increased blood pressure, arteriosclerotic changes, deliriums, paralysis, affecting affecting fingers, wrist and foots, facial pallor, infertility, and alopecia. The second is the arsenic poisoning. It is a metallic arsenic, is non-poisonous, but arsenic salt produces toxicity. The inorganic forms consisting mostly of arsenate and arsenate compounds are toxic to human health. Humans are exposed to arsenic primarily from air, food, and water. Drinking water may be contaminated with arsenic from arsenical pesticides, natural minerals, deposits of or improperly disposed arsenical chemicals. The action of poisonous is trivalent compounds interferes with cell metabolism and oxidation by combining with SH enzymes, pyruvic dehydrogenase. This blocks Krebs cycle and results in depletion of ATP. Pentavalent compounds uncouple the mitochondrial oxidative phosphorylations. Now, sign and symptom of acute arsenic poisoning are the usual manifestation consists of nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, watery diarrhea, maybe like rice water, and possibly GI hemorrhage, subsequent dehydration and hypotension, if severe, may lead to circulatory collapse. An acute encephalopathy may ensue the headache, confusion, delirium, seizures, and coma. In less severe cases, irritability, personality change, and hallucinations may occur. A range of dysrhythmias may be seen, including prolonged QT interval and Torsades de pointes. Oral ingestion of high dose of arsenic may cause an acute lung injury, acute respiratory distress syndrome or pulmonary edema, acute hepatitis, hemolytic anemia, pancytopenia, acute renal failure, and rhabdomyolysis may be found. Fever may be present in acute poisoning, fatigue, anorexia, or weight loss may occur in subacute poisoning. Now, there can be skin diseases of keratosis of palm and sole and hyperpigmentations. So you can see in both arsenic and lead poisoning. In arsenic poisoning, there can be nerve damage, skin damage, increased cancer risk, lung, bladder, kidney, and liver cancers. That leads to circulatory problems in skin. Lead poisoning, high level of lead, they can go for mental retardation, coma, convulsions, and death. Low level of lead reduce IQ and attention span, impaired growth, reading and learning disabilities, hearing loss, and range of other health and behavioral problems has been reported. So fatal dose may be from 180 to 20 milligram. Trivalent are more toxic. Fatal period in narcotic form, sudden death occurs in 2 to 3 hours, and GI form 12 to 48 hours. Treatment of arsenic poisoning is what use? Use of emetics and gastric lavage with ferric oxide. Remove the patient from the source of arsenic. If there is skin contamination, wash with copious water. Seal contaminated clothing. Resuscitate as per ABC principle. Gastric lavage, consider if a significant amount has been ingested. Whole bowel irrigation with polyethylene glycol may be used to prevent arsenic absorption. Surgical and endoscopic removal of arsenic has been used successfully. Now, supportive treatment for arsenic poisoning is oxygen, bronchodilators if there is a bronchospasm, positive and expiratory pressures. For pulmonary edema, intravenous fluids for hypovolemia, blood transfusion if needed for GI hemorrhage, inotropes for myocardic depression. Torsade de Pointes may be treated with magnesium sulfate or with pacing or isoprenylene if bradycardia dependent. Treat if there is seizure with diazepam, lorazepam, and phenytoin. So next is the mercury poisoning. There are 3 different forms of mercury: elemental, inorganic, and organic. So they each have different toxicological profiles. Now, what is the source of mercury? Elemental mercury, mostly you can have sphygmo, manometers, thermometers, barometers. Liquid is at room temperature, volatile, volatile, volatilizes easily. Second, inorganic mercury, traditional medicines, Ayurvedic, Chinese, used in gold extraction, caustic soda manufacturing, rodenticides. Organic mercury is found in fungicides, seed dressings. Methyl mercury in fish can be found. Now, organic mercury poisoning is rare but severe. Exposure is due to ingestions, topical or inhalations. There can be CNS toxicity, poor concentration, fatigue, ataxia, tremor, constricted visual fields, coma, and convulsions may be reported. BM suppression, bone marrow suppressions, renal toxicity, de-alkyl- de-alkylations, alkylations to inorganic forms, poorer response to treatment. So for the inorganic mercury poisoning, gastrointestinal phase, mercury is a potent GI irritant that can produce gingivitis, stomatitis, esophageal, esophageal, gastric, small and large bowel erosions, emesis, bloody diarrhea, CVS collapse. There can be systemic toxicity. Mercury inhibits sulfadiol enzymes, hypotension, lactic acidosis. There can be nephrotoxicity. Mercury deposit in the tubules, ATN, acute renal failure, potentially heads to chronic renal failure in survivors. Diagnosis of mercury can be done by blood mercury, only really useful acutely, normal less than 10 microgram per liter. Symptoms with blood mercury less than more than 152 micrograms per liter in urine, probably the most reliable indicators, normal less than 10 micrograms per liter. Symptoms with urine mercury is more than 100 to 150 micrograms per liter. Radiology for elemental injections and aspiration injection can be done. Now, treatment of mercury poisoning. What to do? Remove from source, supportive care, particularly important with inhalations. DMPS means 2,3-dimercapto-1 propanosulfonate chelation therapy of choice of mercury for both acute and chronic mercury poisoning. For all forms of mercury, inorganic, metallic, and organic, what they do, indications, they have to do only symptomatic patients, blood, urine mercury persistently less than 100 to more than 100 to 150 microgram per liter.